Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai. So, at this point I've actually already won the campaign, but I wanted a field battle with the British, and I also wanted to test out the Gatling gun in battle. So we're gonna try to cram in two battles in this video, one in which is this one, where I've got the French army now taking on an enemy army on the field of battle rather than the siege. And then I'm gonna try to find, I actually got Saigo Takamori on his way, finding an enemy that he's gonna be able to strike with his Gatling gun. Right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start this. So we got this kind of mountain range we've set up around, and around this little village, it's a single farmhouse. We've set out the artillery, which have started bombarding the enemy artillery and their cavalry. They have quite a lot of cavalry. I'm gonna move up my French lances. We're gonna set them down in this forest down here. Then I want to crest the hill, so we're gonna have the French Grenadiers. Let's see where the crest is. It's kind of far forward actually. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to go as high as possible, I think. You can sort of see on the shadow where it is. So we're gonna have them move forward, and we're gonna have this infantry go and take the valley. And then as support in behind, I've put the line infantry because we know that they sound like cannons, so I don't want them in the front ranks. Okay, so one of the problems here is all the enemy generals. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus in on them as much as possible. Blow them to pieces. Now we've blown the enemy artillery to pieces. You know what? Let's get our cavalry stuck in with the enemy cavalry before the enemy is able to charge our line infantry. But at this point, the accuracy of my troops is so high, and we also got the suppressive fire, which will definitely help out in this situation. So French lancers will go ahead and charge. Let's see, the lines are setting up. I'm gonna go ahead and just slow-mo here to make sure that all the lines are in position. And it looks like they're all in good position. So we got a thin line of Frenchmen just on the crest there of the hill. We've got quite a few enemy generals managed to get through. Kneel rank fire, suppression fire, hold firm, and then line infantry. You need to shut up and hold your fire, I mean. Right, so the enemy general was able to contact here, but I think these guys will hold. These guys managed to see off the general that were coming on there. Some went through here. We've got a lot of fire arrows going in at our troops here. And then the Grenadiers seems to be holding on their side. We've got a lot of Shogutai and other damned peasantry coming at us. Having a bit of a difficulty right here. Might have to send in some line infantry to support there. Out here in the open though, it's going really well. Let's get our dragoons over, or our lancers get over there and strike the enemy in the back. Right, the Shogutai, even though they were able to contact with us. Oh, here it is. Here's where the difficulty lie. Right, we're gonna send a line infantry forwards to support this unit before it's utterly destroyed. Why aren't you firing? I'm not entirely sure why that is. Grenadiers continually firing, Shogutai being shot down. We've got rifle attendants here in the back. causing a bit of problem. Gonna go ahead and take the rifled cannons. We're gonna tell them to focus in on this headache, this problem of mine. Right, this unit, it's only got 6 men left. God damn it, I waited too long. There's only 4 of them left. They're retreating, and there's only 3 of them left. Hopefully, though, they're not going to completely fall apart. Right, the Lancers hit there, and they're fighting with the General. We got another Shogotai trying to get through the open field here, which seems like a very big mistake by the Shogotai. They might be going for the artillery hill, actually. And getting shot to pieces by my French infantry. And now it's down to a line battle as it is. With the Grenadiers fighting here. How's it going for the Grenadiers up in the forest? Seems to be going really well here. They haven't lost that many men at all. Oh, someone just died there. Comparatively, they've got a good position up here on the ridge, being able to fire down through the forest on the enemy, and the enemy is out there in the open, exposed to gunfire and artillery fire. Although I don't really actually like those, whatever they're called, long-barreled thingamajiggies. The Lancers. We're probably gonna have to pull the Lancers back. They don't seem to be doing very well right now. Indeed, there's not a lot of them left. I'm hoping that one infantry unit did not break completely apart, so it will come back, but I might be overestimating there because, well, I took a heavy hit. I want the artillery to hold its fire. This is the only unit that remains. Most of the other enemy units are running for the hills. So I want these cannons. Let's see, are they loaded and ready? Yes, they are. Focus in. I want you to focus in on this unit. And I want you to use shrapnel. So they're running out here. Ooh, now the guns open up. Kind of missing a lot of the main point, because they're always aiming for the edge of the line, and it was kind of over here or somewhere. So they were kind of not firing where I wanted them to. But very nice battle, and the lines held, except for one point where the enemy was able to get through right here. The Shogotai was able to pierce our lines, but for the most part we were victorious. So let's see if we can cut over now into a battle with Saigo Takamori or someone else that can use the Gatling gun to good effect against our enemies. Long live the Emperor. Seemingly it takes longer than I thought to get this Gatling gun battle, so in the meantime we're actually gonna squeeze in a little British battle in between. So this is the British Army, and I think it might be the first time we see the Marines in action, or at least on a field battle anyways. I like how the commander basically has a Christmas tree up his arse. Right. Let's go ahead and start this.
Ready to attack, sir.
So the enemy has a lot of... Oh, they've got sharpshooters. The White Turtles Expeditionary Force. I don't know how good Expeditionary Force is. Some dragons. Are you sure? Dragons, Expeditionary Force, and Yari attendants, and not that many, a lot of sharpshooters and stuff. So a very modern army. So this is going to be an interesting battle, an interesting enemy for the British to face. As we're going to start off by telling the Marines to advance. Then we're going to tell the King's Royal Infantry to advance, then the Highlanders to advance, then the Line Infantry to advance, and finally the Cavalry to advance. But just a bit, because we want to keep out of the range of the enemy sharpshooters. And that's also, I guess, why I put the General on there. Because I totally knew that there was going to be a lot of enemy sharpshooters. Luckily for me, the artillery has been clever enough to target the sharpshooters and are destroying them. So this sharpshooter unit is running for the hills, but there's a lot more of them to come. Right, let's actually slow this down a bit, and I will pick where the men will set up in good order. So the Marines will charge to that position. The King's Royal Infantry will charge to this position. The Highlanders will come across there. Pretty good terrain, almost flat. And the foot line will come there. And then the Dragoons will move into the flank. Right, so back into the battle. Ooh, are we getting hit by artillery over there? I think we're going to take a look at the Royal Marines. The Royal Marines, I think I'm actually going to have to move already. And I think we'll tell the men, you know what, hold fire for a second or two. I don't think the enemy is going to be able to destroy us if we hold fire for a bit. I want to open fire all at the same time here. Everyone has a target. I want you to do rank fire. O'Neill fire. This one's actually losing quite a bit of men. Let's get the general up behind there. Okay, you guys should wait, and I want you guys to do ranked as well. And you guys as well, and then we'll select. Okay, you kind of moved a bit. Then we'll select everyone. Everyone will do suppression fire, and everyone will fire at will. So there we opened up. All across, all the lines, you can see all these small hits of the bullets whizzing past. And everyone getting shot to pieces by the greater firepower of the British Army.
You have triumphed over the enemy.
So within seconds of actually opening fire, holy shit, everything here is completely gone almost. Utterly destroy the enemy. So this actually went a lot faster than I thought it would, to the point where not even 5 minutes and we've already kind of won the battle. And the enemy's running for the hills. And just an amazing amount of casualties for the enemy. Okay, here there's a complete collapse at this point, as the enemy is now falling back. So with the suppression fire to increase the reload rate, it doesn't actually hurt the British army as much as maybe other armies, because these guys, I mean, most of these have the accuracy around 90 in accuracy, and the suppression fire, can I see, it reduces accuracy, but I don't know how much it reduces, and then it increases the reload rate. So these guys got 45. We're just going to test it out here. So these guys 45. Then when I increase this, they go up to 65. And it looks like they lost about 10 points. So they increased 10 points in reload rate but lose 10 points in accuracy roughly. And 10 points in accuracy for these guys isn't much for like a very early on line infantry unit that might have 30 or say 30 to 20. Then it really matters that you lose that 10% accuracy, or you lose a third of your accuracy. For these guys, it doesn't matter at all, and as we saw, it really didn't matter. Holy shit, the enemy got utterly destroyed. We gave them quite a few free shots on our soldiers, and we can see the kind of casualties they were able to inflict on our men. Hardly any. You know what? You know, for the third battle with the Gatling gun, I'll tell you our rate of our casualty rate, which I imagine will not be very high compared to what happened to the enemy, which got utterly destroyed. Now the enemy also deployed kind of strangely, but they had sharpshooters. They should have killed a lot of our men. Anyways, hopefully on to the Gatling gun battle. And there, I've finally been able to catch up to an enemy with my Gatling guns, and as you can see, it's turned to fall. And yeah, Gatling guns ready. We've got Saigo Takamori and his new Imperial army. We've got the Imperial line infantry. We've got Black Bears, which I've put over here. We've got some sharpshooters from his old army that's backing up the front line. And we also have these Batautai infantry, which is kind of like, I guess, samurai, just they wear modern uniforms. And then we also have, let's see where we have them, revolver cavalry. Really good if you get them up close. Looks like kind of cowboy style on these guys. A lot of them wearing that kind of hat. Anyways, we're facing two full stack armies, so we'll see if we'll even win this, because this is going to be one hell of a battle. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start this.
The men are ready to attack, sir.
So, first army is concentrating over here. And just as I thought, their reinforcement army is coming in my flank, which is not that good. So I'm actually going to redraw some lines here, and the... You know what, the Black Bear can stay as they are. We're going to move the revolver cavalry though over to the flank. And we're going to move these guys up to set spikes in front of our lines. I'm going to take personal control of this as the first army there approaches. But until that time, we're going to try to... Oh, you know what? Looks like they're combining their armies right about somewhere over there. This is going to be one hell of a battle. Why did I not actually, you know what, do that? Right. Put down your spikes, so the cavalry can't get through. We've got one enemy cavalry unit deciding to try its luck by crossing that ridge in front of our line infantry. Not going to go very well for it. And it's heading straight for the spikes. Interesting strategy there by the enemy. The sharpshooters are gonna go ahead and retire to the flank, and we're gonna keep them there. The general's bodyguard decides to try its luck. The thing is, I think these guys, once they actually cross here, we have a good opportunity to just unleash artillery hell upon them. So I'm gonna hold back my artillery until they come within range. Oh, the main army is now advancing. It looks like. What's the range of the machine gun? Let's see. Oh, look at this flat open ground. This is gonna be cool. Hopefully. It could turn into shit. But, oh, we've got Yariki and Bow Key. We're gonna turn these guys a bit. Try to avoid them. Right, the enemy has come across the hill. So I'm gonna tell the Armstrong guns to focus in on that guy. And these two for focusing on that. And kaboom! Not as devastating as I thought. I think they kind of overshot it a bit. That one hit home though. And it kind of woke them up. And they're now moving to attack me. So we're gonna... There's such a focus of enemy troops there that we really have to focus in the artillery. And also, the Black Bears needs to redraw their line. And the revolver cavalry needs to prepare itself as well. Everyone is set, ready, and so forth. Oh, we got enemy Yariki coming close. Enemy advances! Yes, I can see that. Holy shit. Kinda sounds like... Kinda sounds like... Oh shit, they're coming straight for me. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and just pause real quickly because I'm gonna focus in on the machine gun. You know, I've already won, so I can go ahead and do this. This is okay in my book. Okay, I'm gonna tell you to hold fire. We're gonna use all these things, and we're gonna inspire. The revolver cavalry is so good. It's gonna absolutely massacre the enemy on that side. Right. Let's go back to normal speed, and we got a cavalry unit coming in. Come on, Betsy! Die! Shit. Keep it up! They're running before me! Right, we're gonna leave it up to the cannon to fire on its own at this point. Revolver cavalry is gonna close in there. It's gonna do massive amounts of damage. The entire center is kind of falling apart. All because of that. I'm gonna go and check the revolver cavalry. I'm gonna tell the revolver cavalry to come even closer to the enemy. Oh, they're using dual revolvers. Boom!
Your victory is close.
Holy sh! I thought this battle was gonna last a lot longer than it actually did. 2 full stacks are already falling apart. Holy shit! They really know what's up. The enemy really does know what's up at this point. Tell the revolver... Oh, the revolver cavalry is out of bullets. You know, I was hoping for a more closer fight where I could actually use my melee infantry to charge forwards. But nope. How long does this battle take? Not even within 8 minutes of the battle. We have utterly devastated the enemy. Holy hell. The thing is though, we didn't really get to see close up and personal of the devastation of the machine gun. I didn't like the fact that the sound was bugged for it, so it sounds like a cannon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch this battle in replay. It's only about 8 minutes long, but still, holy shit. I really want to see these guys coming forward, sorry. Coming forwards here when the machine gun opens up, because I could just see how I was mowing down people, especially as they got closer here. And an even cooler effect was the fact that the enemy had those rocket men firing rockets at us. So it's explosions as we were standing there just gunning them all down. That was really cool. Right. Let's go over and take a look at the replay. And there we're back, but this time around we're looking at the replay. And as we recall, the first thing that happened was that we opened fire on a few cavalrymen that came across the hill. I was actually thinking that the entire army was gonna move across the hill, which I don't know why they didn't do that, because most of my army is strung out in front, and I only had more or less the Black Bear were the only ones ready to defend this flank. Now the Black Bear actually have the Banzai ability, so they could probably have put up pretty good defense, even if most of this army would have been traditional troops. So they could have easily Banzai charged them. Now most of this army isn't actually traditional troops, because I guess here in the really the end of the game, the Shogunate has wised up and starting using European tactics, and we saw how effective European tactics can be, especially with the British army. So there's a few cavalry troops moving back and forth through here, getting shot to pieces, but nothing really important. Those guys were hella fast. The crap. Right, so the main point was to take a look at the Gatling guns and see what kind of damage they were doing. I guess maybe it was more morale, or you know, we'll see. We'll see how many they killed, because I got a feeling that I didn't actually kill that many. But we'll see. We'll see as we... I believe there was a cavalry unit coming from this side first, and then there was a cavalry unit coming from that side, and then we focused in on infantry coming in from the center. We've got the enemy crossing the hill here, and first we'll overshoot them with... I think it's the parrot guns that it kind of overshoots their targets when they use the shrapnel. So they're gonna miss, or it might be the fact that because they're moving on the hill like this, and that might be the case. But the parent gun is gonna hit home, and it's gonna hit home somewhere in the back here. I think it was this unit I was aiming for. So we'll kind of look from this angle. So there goes the Armstrong guns. Let's see the parrot guns there, and boom! And that kind of, just as I said when I played the battle, that kind of woke them up. And the amount of people who die there, it's kind of astonishing. And now we can sort of fully see what kind of army the enemy is bringing against me. So they've got this massive army coming along here with its double stack, so it's 40 units coming against my 20 which I've got here. Now the enemy didn't bring any artillery, but you know what, I was about to say but that, I don't know, maybe that wouldn't have helped them anyways. So we're looking from the view. You know what, here in the beginning we're gonna just slow down so maybe I can see the bullets of the Gatling gun as it's firing here, hitting these guys, because I'm not entirely because it's kind of hard to see because of the reduce in quality is going to be through all the rendering processes and uploading to YouTube. You might not be able to see the bullets, but I was able to see quite a few as they were flying there. So now I've targeted that one. Now it's this one that we need to check. And at the same time there's so much going on this battlefield, and because we've only got about 3 minutes left until the battle is over, time to open fire down through the center. No, first these guys, and then I'm gonna slowly just let the machine gun go across here, starting hitting over here, hitting there, going through all over the place. But I think a lot of it as well comes from the fact that the fire from the lines here, they're able to just cut everyone down. So maybe the Gatling guns didn't do that much when we actually look at it. Am I gonna release the Gatling guns? Yes. So now all 4 of them are shooting, and they're targeting this corner, it seems. Just love the effect there of the fact that they focused in there with the rockets. I'm gonna go ahead and slow down here a bit. It's a shame I wasn't able to focus in better on the revolver guys, because I've rode up to enemy units behind them, let the revolvers rip, and you know, killed half the unit, killed like 100 men in just one go. And let's see, boom, and I like how they use 2 revolvers like that. Don't know how accurate that would be, but it's definitely, they're definitely able to put down the fire. And I mean, from the point where the enemy actually contacts our line to them retreating, it's about 3 to 2 minutes. And then within that time period, oh, the Gatling guns are still going full speed. Within that time, the enemy lost 3,000 men. Guess how many I lost? Less than 200. So you kind of see the effectiveness here of modern warfare against the samurai. Now the samurai did have some advantages early on, but with the fire rate and me being able to upgrade it like this, they don't stand a chance, do they? And this is what happens. And I mean, going at it like this, the stupidest thing was that not flanking in, and instead just amassing everyone here and then tripping down. But I guess if you if you, what do they say? If you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And kind of still kind of annoyed that I wasn't able to do like an Imperial banzai charge that the Black Bear. Now the Black Bear don't have.
The enemy!
I didn't have bayonets, but they do have swords. I guess they will do banzai with the swords. Would be cool if they just banzai with bayonets. And I was hoping for actually. Last time I played full against full stacks like this, it was the longest battle I did. This one was one of the shorter ones. But yeah, there we go. Victory to the Emperor and the end of this campaign. I hope you guys enjoyed this campaign, and hopefully you'll come back for the next one. Bye!
Victory is reserved for those who are willing to pay its price. We have paid that price, and now we reap the rewards. The time of the Shogun is over. All hail the mighty Emperor!